Oh, goodness me, if it isn't Mr. Layabout, was it? Name's Layton, madam. That's right, Mr. Layton. What can I do for you, sir? Earlier we were talking with the butler at the Reinhold Manor, and he mentioned you used to work there. We'd very much like to hear anything you might know about the Baron. Heavens me, you want to hear about the Baron? I'm afraid the only stories I have are when I worked at the manor, and that was ages ago. That would be ideal, madam. Would you mind telling us one? Alright. Well, I suppose I could tell you a bit about the Baron and his former wife. The way Master Reinhold and his wife would carry on, they almost seemed to be like children. You'd never seen a man so in love as Master Reinhold was. When she passed away, Flora was all the Baron had to remember her by. So he raised that little girl with all the love a child could want. The things he'd bring home for her, toys from all over the world, and teddy bears as big as yourself. He was in high spirits in those days. He really wanted to give her 2 parents' worth of affection. So where has Flora gone? Your guess is as good as mine, sir. I have no clue where that girl went. She left the mansion well after I stopped working for the Reinholds. Some say Lady Dahlia put Flora on the street to keep the family riches to herself, but that's nonsense. After all, the Baron cared about Flora so much, I can't imagine that he'd allow something like that. You know, you just reminded me. The grave of the Baron's late wife is located in the manor garden. I wonder who takes care of it now. The Baron's former wife is buried in the garden. Thank you, madam. You've been extremely helpful. Luke, let's head back to the manor. I have a hunch that the grave might hold a clue we've been looking for. Away! What are you doing, dog? Oh, look, it's Matthew. Good day, Professor. Were you able to track down Ingrid? Yes, we did. In fact, we were just speaking with her. I mean no disrespect, but she said the grave of the Baron's late wife lies on these grounds. Do you have any knowledge of this? Lady Violet's grave, sir? I was just about to visit it myself. Would you mind if we came along to take a look? Not in the slightest. Right this way. Here's the entrance, sirs. Please watch your step on the way in. This is Lady Violet's grave. Gosh, this place is really nice. Not creepy at all. The late Baron, rest his soul, told me to keep this place in proper order, and I have tried to do so. Here sleeps Violet, my one true love. The statue looks so much like Lady Dahlia, it's hard to believe it's someone else. Back when Flora was just a tiny little thing, Lady Violet used to take her to the park in town. Some of the flowers in the garden grew from the ones Flora planted here for her mother. Oh, I forgot to tell you about the Baron's journal. It should still be on the desk in Madam's room. It's possible that it might contain some information that could aid your search for the Golden Apple. Thanks, Matthew. And be sure to give it a once-over later. Now then, Luke, we must head back to Reinhold Manor. About the clue? I was wondering, I was like, I don't know if that hat was there before. Oh. Is that the journal? Oh, that's the journal. Must be the journal that Matthew spoke of. I have to admit, he seems to know where everything in the manor is. There's something about reading someone else's journal that just doesn't seem proper to me. However, the investigation must continue, so... The craftsmanship of it is simply remarkable. It reminds me of my sweet Violet when she was alive. What do you suppose it refers to? Flora doesn't like the thing at all. I've seen her run away from it on multiple occasions. Recently, she spends more time playing by dear Violet's grave than anywhere else. I'm sad to say I doubt Flora will ever take to it. I can't blame her. as I've changed its memory. Felt terrible forcing that change on Flora, but I just couldn't bear to see it like that anymore. Violet, there can never be another you. You were my first, my last, and my only. Changed its memory? Not sure what the Baron means, but this is clearly vital information here. I collapsed some days ago and have been bedridden ever since. I feel as if I have failed Flora as a father. I can only hope that when I'm gone, the people of this village took after Flora and care for her as I did. You must have been terribly ill. Seems I'm not long for this world, and the time has come for me to say goodbye to my little Flora. I left everything in Bruno's care now. Flora, I pray you find happiness in this life. I've disclosed the location of the secret place in a note that I've left with an old friend. It is my most fervent hope that the seeker of the golden apple finds it and grants my dearest wish. Professor, Baron Reinhold's old friend. We must seek out this person, Luke. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What is going on? What is going on? Oh, that bot does not like you guys at all. Holy crap. Let me see if I can fix that real quick. Let's see. Professor, how can we possibly find that person with nothing but this journal to go on? It's like I always say, Luke. Any good investigation starts on the street. We just have to ask everyone in town about the same... or in the same manner. What? I mean, of course. You're absolutely right, Professor. Let's get to it. Of course, any good investigation needs direction. Let's start out by asking Ingrid a few questions. She seems to know a great deal about Baron Reinhold. Alright, just go straight to her. Look at that, she's right outside. Oh look, who it is. Professor Layton, was it? My name's Layton, madam. Oh, that's right, Professor Layton. All that talking about the mansion we did last time got me reminiscing, so I decided to stop by for a visit. But enough about me. By the look on your face, it seems that you have something you want to ask me. As a matter of fact, I do. Do you happen to know who Baron Reinhold consider his close friends? His friends, you say? Well, he wasn't exactly what you'd call a social butterfly. I'm sorry, that's really all I knew of his friends. Oh, wait a moment. I do believe I saw that Zapone fellow pay a visit to the mansion a few times. Professor, could she be referring to that man we met? Ah, yes, the gentleman with the fancy little mustache. We should ask if he knows anything. I would wager he's still hanging about the fork in the road just beyond the clock tower. Zapone. That guy is a detective. Or a wannabe detective. One of the two. That guy, I think I already did his puzzle. Suppose I could check in here. You're outside. Maybe you got a puzzle. Nothing good can be said about that tower. I heard it's all sorts of scary. You should stay away. Yup. Go directly there. Cat puzzle again? Puzzle again? My mouse seem to get along pretty well, don't they? Do you think so, Luke? Would have guessed the cat was tormenting that poor mouse, but if you say the two of them are friendly, I believe you. Of course, it has to do with animals. Leave it to me. By the way, Professor, have you heard of this one before? Go. New puzzle. Oh boy. Oh boy. Just has to give me a hard one. According to the diagram shown here, A equals 2, B equals 3, C equals 3, and D equals 4. So what does E equal? Such difficult time. So if I were to do that like that, kind of matches a little bit. The problem here is this, like, I want to use the size of them. This one's going to demand some hint coins. What do you think the numbers assigned to A, B, C, and D represent? Take another look and see for yourself. Hmm. Hmm. Really don't know. Oh, wait. Okay. I think I got it. Okay. I got it. So E is... really that easy? I feel like it can't be that easy. But I'm going to write down my answer right here. Just double check here. A, B, C, D. Okay. My answer is 5, even though I feel like it shouldn't be 5.
There we go.
Oh my goodness. All right. It's the number of sides that each one is touching. That's what it is. The number assigned to each letter refers to the number of sections that are touching the labeled section. That's what I had. Gosh, I was sure I'd come up with a really good puzzle, but it was still too easy, I guess. You better step up your game, man. You got a puzzle for me? Good afternoon, mister. Hey, I'll tell you a secret if you solve this puzzle for me. About a girl who's about to have her birthday. Ooh, 60. This is the most picarats I've seen in a puzzle yet. Alright, when asked about her birthday, a young woman gives the following information. The day after tomorrow, I turned 22, but I was still 19 on New Year's Day last year. When is her birthday? Alright. I'm really bad at math puzzles. I just like to say that all the time. Okay. So the day after tomorrow, I turned 22. But I was still 19 on New Year's Day last year. One last year, 19. Now 21. In 2 days, you'll be 22. Wrong for some reason. have no idea. New Year's Day, she was 19. So that was last year. So that would mean you would have to turn 20 after New Year's Day, which is kind of silly. Day after tomorrow, I turned 22, but I was still 19 on New Year's Day last year. Oh, is this like one of those leap year things? I think it's, when is leap year? When is leap year? Leap year. Know the date? Leap year occurs mostly every 4 years, but every 100 years we skip a year unless year is divisible by 400. Okay. Every 4 years. So would she actually be well, and what day is leap year? In February. We're probably just gonna go with that. February 29th. I don't know if that really makes much sense. Because every 4 years you be pretty old. What does the answer look like? Okay, they're looking for the month and the day. Let's do one hint. The first thing you should do is determine what day this exchange is taking place. The woman says she's turning 21 or 22 in 2 days. So right now she must be 21. Hopefully these 2 points will give you something to go on. So, if let's just formulate an idea here. What if her birthday was on the 2nd? Okay. No, that wouldn't work either. Because last year, 1/1, she'd be 19. Then she turns 20 the next day. Then this year rolls around. She'd be 21 on the 2nd. And so the in 2 days thing doesn't work. It doesn't work at all. Do another hint. The woman will turn 22 in 2 days, and her birthday, like all birthdays, lasts but 1 day. She also mentions her age last year. A year, on the other hand, is a much larger period of time to deal with. In order for her statement to be true, her birthday needs to fall on a particular day. Think about how the above facts help narrow the possibilities. Oh, well. So if last year, let's just say on the 30th, her birthday is on the 30th. It would be 19, then we go to this year. No, that still doesn't work. I don't get it. This conversation took place at the very end of the year. If her birthday is in 2 days, it will have to be after New Year's Eve. That's right. It will be a new year by the day after tomorrow. That still doesn't... I'm still confused on how she's 21 now, but last year she was 19. Like, even if it was on the 2nd, doesn't make any sense because we roll... If her birthday's on the 2nd, last year she's 19, then she hits 20, then we roll over to this year on the... And we would have to go 2 days prior to that. She would be 20. Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. Birthday is in 2 days. It will have to be after New Year's Eve. Wait. That's December 31st. That's right. It will be a new year by the day after tomorrow. So if she turns 19 on 1/1, then 1/1 of the next year she's still 20. Alright, I don't get this one. This one is way out of my league. 100% out of my league. So go ahead and get your solution ready because this is the answer. I'm absolutely curious for them to explain this one. I even went over the 2nd as a possible candidate. That's right, her birthday is January 2nd, and your conversation with her must have taken place on December 31st. As you can see on the chart above, the woman was 19 on New Year's Day last year, and she turned 20 the next day. This year, she turned 21, and in 2 days, after the new year starts, she'll turn 22. Mind blown? I legit still don't get it. She was 19 on 1/1 of the previous year. Okay. Then she turns 20 on the 2nd. If we go to 1/1 of the next year, she is still 20. She has to hit 2 days before her birthday of the next year. She is still 20. They're skipping a year somewhere in there, and whatever, man. Whatever. Wow, you're smart. Okay, come close so I can tell you my secret. I heard that all the people who get kidnapped feel a little sick right before they get taken. I bet the monster that lives up in the tower feeds its victims super gross food before it pounces. I bet it's like hamburger ice cream with butterscotch and mayonnaise swirl. Mayonnaise swirl. That sounds pretty disgusting. You can't make sense of that? I cannot make that puzzle way out of my league. 100%. Just doesn't make any sense. Or maybe he just picks the weakest of the bunch to snatch. I just don't get why he needs all those people. Unbelievable. Any hint coins? We need some more hint coins. There we go. There you are, we're looking for you. Close friends of the Baron. It's true, I had the pleasure of meeting Baron Reinhold a few times. Mr. Zappone, didn't you happen to be good friends with the Baron, did you? Me? Oh no, I was nothing of the sort. Can you think of anyone at all who was close to the Baron Reinhold? No, I didn't really know him. Well, there was that one possibility. No, wait, never mind, I'm not sure. Guess Zappone really can't tell us much of anything. Yes, I'm afraid he was no help at all. Suppose that means we're back where we started. But at least we can be sure that this close friend we're after is a resident of Saint Mystery. We mustn't give up, Luke. Let's continue to ask around. You guys closed? Nobody. Come on, give me some hint coins. I'm running out of hint coins. Alright, you're not going to give me anything, are you? Life is hard. Okay, cool. Figured I might as well. Let's go this way. Oh, there is a thingy right there. Not being a member of high society myself, I never so much as had a conversation with Baron Reinhold. Now, Sonny, much as I'd like to keep chatting, I'm awfully tired. I think I need to go lie down. Are you feeling unwell, sir? I'm just plumb exhausted lately. It's that awful noise coming from the tower, you see. It's gotten so loud I can't sleep a wink at night. You know what's causing the noise? It's just a rumor, but I hear that every time the sound rips through Saint Mystery, someone disappears. They say that the ones who go missing are people who've been talking about feeling tired. Those who disappear are back before you know it. So it's probably just a load of poppycock. Whenever the noise sounds, someone disappears. Interesting. Do you think the peculiar sound has anything to do with that strange old man who abducted Ramon? It's certainly a possibility, isn't it? Why would he release his victims after going through the trouble of kidnapping them? Astute observation there, Layton. Professor, there's something on the ground here. You're right, it appears to be a scrap of paper. You check if anything is written on it. Sure thing, let's see here. The boss complimented my latest model today. He's a good guy, and he's given me a new sense of purpose. I'm sure this is my true calling. I want to perfect my skills so I can repay the man for his generosity. Sounds like This sounds a great deal like a journal entry, doesn't it? Judging by how the writer uses the term the boss, I imagine he was under the employ of the Baron. I've constructed models to fit every situation just like the boss asked me to. I gotta smile when I see how interested he is in them. That's the end of the entry. Do you suppose this person made some sort of model or some sort of models for a living?